Hey everyone, it's Ian K for Peep This Out, back again with another one for you. May the 4th be with you guys. It is all about Star Wars Day here. Let me make sure you guys can hear me okay, you guys can see me okay. All the usual good stuff here. It's great to be on with you on a Friday evening, May the 4th. Let me jump on over here real quick and see who we have got in here. Let me know if you guys can see me. Give me that thumbs up. Give me that high five, the clap, anything that you guys would like to do, and then we will definitely get started. All right, we got Sarah Star Vlogs. Everyone's in there. Good. Okay, I see the hands. Everything is good. Great to be on here with you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Again, my name is Ian K, creator, producer, and host for Peep This Out reviews here on YouTube, and it is awesome to be with you guys as always. Let me shoot on up to the very top. Roland Mendoza jumping off with the super chat donations already. Roland, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. We've got, aside from Roland, we've got Zombie Roca, Robert Coronado, Dilbert Doe, almost the first one this time, Dilbert, almost the first one in there. Robert, how you doing? Great to see you on here. We've got Ali D, Myron De La Cruz, Sarah Star Vlogs we got in there as well. Let's see, going down the line. Going down, Hedwig, etc., etc. Kettle Corn Oreos are awesome. We are going to find out. We are definitely going to find out. Let's see here. Tony Shuttle is hyped. I am hyped to be on here with you guys for the next hour. It is great to be on here on an epic day, if anything, guys. I mean, Star Wars Day, I'm all about that life right now. I wish I could have gone to Disneyland for Disneyland After Dark. They actually have something going today, and it's pretty awesome. But maybe next year. I forgot all about what they had going, and I didn't get in there in time. Weather app says it's going to be 98 degrees tomorrow in your area. You know what, Zombie? It's going to be pretty hot as well, and chances are my schedule is probably going to turn into Cheaters Cam reviews coming up this week here, because it's a little crazy. I've got a couple of things in the hopper I'm working on, but then after that I'm probably going to be doing some night shooting. So hopefully that's okay with you guys. Let me know if you guys prefer the Cheaters Cam reviews. Let's see here. Sarah Star, about to watch Black Panther, seeing it tomorrow. Fantastic film. You're going to love it. And Infinity War, of course. We're going to talk a little bit of the residual fallout from that in just a little while. David P., great to see you on here. Thank you so much for jumping on. Let's see. Going down the line. I am jumping all the way down. Let's see here. Derek Leveske, haven't been getting live notifications. Make sure you guys are definitely clicked on that bell next to the subscribe button. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that little subscribe button that you'll see right above on the right there. I believe it's on the right, depending upon you're looking at your screen. And do click on that bell, because you'll have more of a chance of getting notified of all my newer content, which we'll actually go for a little recap here in just a second in terms of what's come out this past week, for sure. But let's see here. Let's see, Joshua Daly, you are my hero. You are my hero, Joshua. In fact, every single peep on this chat right now is my hero, because you guys are spending a few minutes of your precious time, 60 minutes of it exactly, roughly I should say, with me on a Friday night when you guys could be out doing other things, which I will be doing in about an hour's time. I think it is all about that rum and coke. And I think maybe I'll do a little of that maybe next week on the stream. I'll start having my stuff with you guys, and we can all kind of celebrate together. I mean, the weekend is here. Elizabeth Ricard, how you doing there? Yes, Cheaters Cam, in effect. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of that. Like I said, the weather is going to be a little murderous this coming weekend. And I've got a few things planned because I have a pretty busy week coming up here. So, let's see. Ace the Creator, you're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. You guys make what I do a sheer joy and a blessing, and I have so much fun doing it. It is always such a blast creating content. Let's see, Derek Leveske, that'll be lit. Yes, I'll be doing it. You know, all of my peeps that I see on the streams that I catch, actually, whether it's RDR or whether it's Sarah Star Vlogs, everyone is always getting pseudo lit while they're doing their situation, and they're having a good time anyway. So I figured, you know what, maybe I will jump on and do the same thing and kind of get it started just a little early, just a little bit. We'll see. You guys are bad influences. Sarah Star Vlogs, RDR Food Reviews, you guys are bad influences. I just have to tell you that right now. Paul Williams, Joey's fans are boycotting Review Bra. You're probably all talking about the live stream from last night that Joey jumped on. And yes, I did actually catch that also. And some interesting stuff. Some interesting stuff was said during that quickie live stream there. Let's see. Salty Shyster, did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? If that was something about, I want to say in episode Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin is talking with Palpatine, when they were talking about Plagueis, is that the scene you're referring to there? Roland Mendoza, Ian K is great. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. You guys are all fantastic. Every time you guys are throwing compliments, I'm going to be throwing it back at you. Trust me. I really greatly appreciate it. You guys are spending time here with me. Yes, a lit Ian. You probably are going to see it next week. You're probably going to see it. Ken Dama gets drunk on live streams. Yes, I've seen some of Ken's streams. I know he's, I believe he's streaming now, if I'm not mistaken. I got home kind of quickly and got everything going here. So I believe I saw he was on earlier. And I think RDR was on as well, too, there. I always have trouble catching RDR live on Fridays. Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays are a little rough and tight, but I try and make an effort whenever I possibly can. And yes, Larry Nguyen, I am going to be checking out the new Karate Kid series. I was a little on the fence with it, I got to be honest. When I heard about this and seeing some of the previews, it seemed really kind of like whatever. But the reviews have been ridiculous, and I'm kind of curious. So I'll probably get into that a little bit later on tonight. Salty Shyster, it's not the story the Jedi would tell you, it's a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise he could use the Force to influence the midichlorians to create life. That sounds like it is from Revenge of the Sith, during that opera scene. I think that's what that is. He had such a... That's so awesome. I love how you guys are typing all this stuff. He had such a knowledge of the dark side that he could even keep the ones who he cared about from dying. Yes, he's going down the list. I think Salty Shyster actually wrote the script to Revenge of the Sith right there. That is so awesome. So awesome. All right, guys, let's get into it here. Let's recap a little bit of the last few days here. I'm going to switch on over. And there we go. Over to the next screen, as you guys can see. Little bit of a busy look here. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've moved over the chat window just a little bit here. I've kind of shrunk it down and made it a little bit smaller. Since you guys can actually see it on your side, I may actually start removing it completely, so that way it'll give me more room to have here, and you guys can kind of see what you can see. But as you can see, a pretty eventful week, guys. I try and get at least 2 to 3 videos out. Usually 2 videos because it takes time for me to produce my stuff, and then I do the live streams naturally on Fridays here. But starting off right over here, the Memphis Barbecue Thick Burger. This thing, my first time having this here, and for those of you guys who have never had Carl's Jr. or Hardee's at least there, actually, well, you know what? Let me take a quick poll here. In the chat, right over here, that you guys can see, and on your side all the way over there, how many of you have had the Memphis Thick Burger back in the day? Not now, but back in the day. I'm talking like 5 or 6 years ago when this thing first came out. How many of you guys have had that burger already? Sonic, may the 4th be with you as well. It's so cheesy, but I love it. As the chat is catching up here, it is delayed compared to when I'm seeing and compared to what you're seeing, a few seconds behind. So we'll give it a second here. Let's see. Dark Leveske. I like the chat window, though. It shows how bad our lag is. Laugh out loud. True. But as you notice, I didn't exactly position it evenly, so you're kind of seeing yourself cut towards the very top there. I'll see if I can fix that for next week. Memphis Thick Burger was amazing, says Hedwig, etc., etc. Hardee's Memphis, he has Roland. Okay, has seen it. Nice. Tomorrow is Revenge of the 5th. That's right, Roland. You guys are getting really hardcore with it right now. I love it. I love it. I probably should have done more of a Star Wars theme for tonight, to be honest, aside from wearing my shirt, aside from my favorite cup, which is actually the Return of the Jedi, The Empire Strikes Back, and the Star Wars. I actually got this at Disneyland, and if you guys notice, I love the lightsaber on the handle right over there. It's actually kind of cool. So, good stuff. Like the chat window for the replays. You know, I'm noticing that YouTube does not have the chats playing underneath the replay videos too much anymore, so maybe I will keep it, but I'll just shrink it up a bit. So that way, if you guys are watching it like on your TV, or if you're in landscape mode on your phone, be easier to check out there. Well, some of you guys have obviously had the Memphis Barbecue Thick Burger right over here. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Carl's Jr. definitely more of a premium for what you pay for here. And actually, I believe that one was $6.99, and it was priced at $5.99 for the single. A double was $6.99, or you can get the Angus 3rd pound for the same price. So how could you not do the Angus 3rd pound, right? I mean, the double, I guess, is cool too. But yes, I got to tell you, it was really well worth the money. The $6.99 was pretty amazing, I got to say. Ace the Creator 13, I watch your videos with my family when we have dinner every day. My son loves your videos. Oh, that's so cool. He wants to, do you do merch? Like a cap or socks or something? Actually, mostly shirts. If you guys take a look at the links in the description down below, you'll find a link to my Spreadshirt shop. But I do have some hats that I'm working on and a few other things that are going to be unveiled in the near future here. So in the meantime, the Spreadshirt stuff, all that stuff will be in the description box down below, Ace. So if you wanted to check that out, feel free. There's a lot of stuff there. I'll be looking into socks, and in terms of caps as well, that will be something coming from a different area. But I'll let you guys know when that stuff goes live for sure there. But thank you so much for watching my stuff. I greatly appreciate it. Definitely a big shout out to your family, Ace the Creator 13, and thank you so much for coming on over tonight and interacting here in the chat. Bus driver is still drooling over the Togo's pastrami. Yes, yeah, we're going to get to that in the very top over here for sure. And yes, Roland, Angus all the way. It really is the way to go there by far. Let's get up to that pretzel rama as quick as we can, because the Comet Candy Donut is actually something that was, I was always waiting for something to kind of review on my channel from Dunkin' Donuts that wasn't an occasional drink. And if you guys have seen the playlist that I put together, it literally has maybe, I think like 2 or 3 reviews total now. I think maybe 3. That we have here. Actually, no, I take that back. I think it's actually 4. I've got the pretzel croissant breakfast sandwich. I've got the iced coffees from Almond Joy, I think it was, with my the pup Winston that I was holding. Actually, maybe it is 3. And then this Comet Candy Donut right over here. I'm glad I waited for something kind of specialty, because I got to be honest, impressed. I was pretty impressed with the overall sweetness, which was high, and you'd expect it to be. But I had a lot of fun making this thumbnail. Guys, if there's one thing you need to know about me, is that I'm big on presentation. And when I make my thumbnails, when I put my things together, I really want to give you the experience that you're going to see, you know, in the thumbnail compared to what you're going to see in the video. I want to give you a little snapshot of that. That's the whole point of the thumbnail, is to entice you to come in, right? So that's the main point of it. But I really, really enjoyed the concept of what this was. The candy pieces themselves, they disintegrated very similar to cotton candy. They had the crunch, which was kind of interesting. And then you kind of tasted that crackle in the background there. And naturally, when you try them by themselves, of course, you're going to get that effect. Very similar in terms of how that worked with the Firecracker Burrito from Taco Bell that I test marketed, which I have a feeling you're probably going to see that this year around 4th of July. Don't hold me to it. I'm hoping, because that came out shortly after 4th of July when I did that review last year in the test market. But if it's anything similar to what this is, you guys have something to look forward to. But not bad for the first donut review on my channel. And if you guys would like to see more donut reviews, physical donut reviews from Dunkin' Donuts on my channel, drop a comment down below this stream right now. Let me know once the replay is available, most likely tomorrow morning. The replay will be up. You guys can actually comment on it there. And I may just release it as a regular review on my channel, so you may actually see that as just a regular public review. But at the very least, you'll find it in the community tab, as well as in the playlist here for my live stream replays. But overall, a very nice first effort to put together for some specialty donut, at least on my channel, to try something with a little bit more pop to you there. It just seemed like something warranting to be evaluated just a little bit closer. And I like to get in there, and I like to do things that interest me, not necessarily things that are super hot. Obviously, we want to do that. But I want to do a couple of things that are a little bit different at the same time that you may not see everywhere. Speaking of which, and we're going to dovetail back to Bus 7332. Thanks so much for mentioning the Pretzel Rami, I should say. Forgive me. Before we jump into that here, let me jump in here. Joey's father. I'm Joey with the World Tour's father. All right, very nice. Tell Joey I said, what's up? Deadpool 2 for Margaret. Can't wait. Absolutely. Very excited. Ace Creator 13, actually I have a serious question for you. The big YouTuber iDubbbz made a video on fast food, and you were pet on it, or pet of it, or part of it. What did you make of it? You know, I watched that review. A lot of people do ask me if I've seen that, or I was given a shout out. Ironically, I believe the guy's name is Ian, very basically my name. And yeah, the amateur food reviews, I think it's got over 14 million views or something along the lines of some huge amount. I could be wrong, but I thought it was interesting. Like I said, if you're not on somebody's radar, or for some reason somebody is targeting you in some way, there's got to be a reason for that. So naturally, we were all the brunt of the jokes that he was trying to do with that. Bad publicity is good publicity as far as I'm concerned. So if it brought people to my channel, great. That's fantastic. But hopefully those who did come, actually I did remember seeing a few reviews of people that watched my content and they liked what they saw, and they actually ended up subscribing and basically being quote unquote fans, even though I consider you guys family. I don't really, it feels weird to say fans, because I mean it's just food reviews on the internet, that type of thing. But you guys are family. So I thought it was interesting, Ace. I thought it was interesting. It was definitely funny. I mean, I laughed. I mean, I don't take this stuff seriously at all. I mean, these people don't really know me. I don't really know them. So their perception of how food reviews, quote unquote, the amateur food reviews on YouTube are, They're entitled to their opinion, and that's the whole point of it. But it was entertaining, to say the least, and to hear yourself in it was actually kind of funny to me and kind of cool, to be honest. So not bad, not bad. I wasn't offended whatsoever. Salty Shyster, Venom looks like a total turd, terrible trailer. Wait for the third trailer. Typically the third one is the one that really sells it, so we will see what happens here. Bonnie Talon, how you doing? Great to see you on here. Ace Creator asked Ken the same question, and he kicked me off his stream. I can't speak for my buddy Ken, but I just don't think it's that serious, to be honest with you. Anyone who takes this stuff as seriously as some other people may, that may be time to evaluate some things there. I'm not Ken, but just people in general that really take a, you know, get offended by people saying things in videos. So let's see what we got here. Freddy's Food Reviews. How you doing, Freddy? Great to have you on here. Dwayne Reed. Let's see. Do you want to go to the Phoenix Festival 2018 on May 5th? I don't even know what that is, Dwayne. I apologize. Let me know what that is, actually. Who will be the Jedi, from what I heard? Smash the like button, peeps. I appreciate that, Robin. Thanks so much. If you guys haven't already, let's see how many thumbs up we can get right now. We got 54 peeps, according to what I'm seeing here, watching. That's going to fluctuate up and down, so it is all good there. Sarah Star Vlogs. Ian, what's for dinner tonight? You know what? I'm feeling a little in and out, to be honest. I'm really feeling a little in and out, so I'm going to ask the wifey and see if that's what she would like. If not, we could be taco trucking it up. It's very possible. Let's see. Freddie, good. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. Thanks so much for jumping on, spending a little bit of your time tonight. And let's see. Nick, love your vids. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Who is my favorite celebrity chef? That's going to be Guy Fieri, actually. I'm a huge fan of Guy Fieri, and he actually was over at the Oinkster in Eagle Rock that I actually did a review on for my LA week last year when he was there checking out their pastrami and checking out their things, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to go there. But he's a cool dude. Really, really cool dude. Let's see. Going down the line. Hardest festival in the Netherlands. Wow. I definitely am not going to make it, considering they're probably ahead of us right now by tomorrow. So I wish I could. Sounds like it'd be pretty crazy, though, for sure. Let's see. Buddy and Kelly Key. I like it when fast food places incorporate current movie theme items on the menu. You know, I remember all the Star Wars cups at BK when I was a wee little tyke. I mean, I'm about 6'3" now, so yes, I like when they do that too, when they have the tie-ins with the films. Yes, Robert, solo ticket sales have doubled. Black Panther's ticket sales. I've been reading a lot of stuff on that. I actually bought my tickets as soon as they were available. I'm ready to go. 7 o'clock show on the 24th, that Thursday night. I am ready for it. It is going to be awesome. I am excited. Amber McGarvey, thanks so much for jumping on. Vern Dupuis, thank you so much. You're my favorite food reviewer. I appreciate that, Vern. Thank you. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you. Amber McGarvey, did I miss the Oreo review? Not yet. I'm about to get into it right after we talk about, not the microphone. It just occurred to me the microphone is right where that thumbnail is. Right there. There we go. In front this way. Amateur food review, right? Amateur food review. Pretzel Rami, guys, from Togo's. Now, a lot of people have been commenting, and I've been seeing some of the comments on the notifications on my phone, and I've been trying to get to a lot of them as I go. So it's been a little intermittent between replying back there, but chances are you may have seen a reply to the most recent stuff and then a few of what you guys put in there yesterday. But the Pretzel Rami, guys, pretty insane. If you guys haven't seen that review and you guys are fans of pastrami, you definitely need to have that open in a separate window and just mute the volume and just watch the footage, because it was ridiculous. I mean, when I say ridiculous, I mean ridiculous. It was so loaded with meat and pastrami goodness all around that I was blown away. I was just blown away by how tasty that was. And the fact that it had an authentic pretzel bun on top of it just sealed the deal for me, on top of the crisp pickles, a little bit of that aged white cheddar on there, the mustard. It was just overall just a banging sandwich. And if you guys are, like I said, fans of pastrami in general, and you guys have a Togo's in the area, I know it's mostly the West Coast thing, you need to be checking that out without a doubt. And for those of you who live out of the area, it's one more reason that if you guys are thinking about coming to the West Coast at some point, you have something else to put on the docket, so to speak, for your bucket list, because it was pretty awesome. It really was pretty awesome. So good times with that. Based upon a few of the comments, I decided to put my review of the Hat, their pastrami sandwich from like 3 or 4 years ago. So it's like a very, very before when I was kind of getting my bearing on YouTube. So it's a little bit different compared to my stuff now. But you know, don't go too hard on me with that there. But you guys can compare it and let me know what you thought of it there. But truly an awesome situation on that sandwich over there, and just overall just a very packed week of goodies throughout the week there. On top of the live stream from last week talking about Infinity War, which was in there as well. So we'll come back to that towards the end here, because we're going to get into a review here in about less than a minute. Lauren W., love your channel. Have you ever thought about bringing the beard back? Yes, I have, actually. I've been thinking about doing a little bit of that as well, and that's one of the reasons I was kind of like testing the water with my comment in the community tab, which I posted that older hat review and asking about that. Should that make a return, you know, for the summer, I guess, or maybe longer. We'll have to see here. Ratchet the Awesome One. Hey, Ian, kettle corn is a weird flavor for an Oreo. Yes, it is. That is exactly the reason why I wanted to get it. I looked at the cherry cola Oreo, and there was no way in hell you were going to get me to buy those things, and I'm probably not going to finish them. I would feel just horrible putting that on my body, just finishing the whole thing, let alone one or two, honestly. And honestly, too, just coming back to that, it looks like it's got that popping candy novelty that a firecracker Oreo had. They just changed the color dye of the cream and then did a little something with the flavoring, you know, mixture, whatever it is. So it didn't seem too interesting to me to really kind of go, and there's been more than enough reviews of those already online that I figured, you know what, I want to do the kettle corn because I like kettle corn. I want to see how authentic it tastes. So we're going to find out, Ratchet. We're going to find out. Looking forward to the Little Caesars pretzel pizza. Yeah, if that comes back, that was pretty awesome, actually. That really was pretty awesome. Hedwig, I am definitely digging that for sure. I had a bucket list, but I died. Joshua, terrible, terrible. I don't think I can afford the West Coast. Come and visit. There's a lot to do here, Derek. Chili cheese fries with pastrami's from the hat. That's right, Bus. That was a video that's in the description of that hat video down below. So when you guys watch, not down below this video, I had a habit, I do that a lot. When you guys see that older hat video, take a look at the chili cheese fry, which actually I think is a better video for me because I was starting to get further along. I mean, it was a week later, but I like the flow of that one a little bit more when I was critiquing my own stuff. But chili cheese fries with pastrami on top, enough said. Just go check out the video. Let me know what you guys thought. All right, Sarah Star Vlog's going to get going since I haven't tried the Oreos yet. Have a good night. Take care, Sarah. If you're still there, hopefully you'll swing on back before the stream ends here in an hour. But we're going to jump into it right now. Let me go down the line and shoot down the bottom here. Throbbing millet bird feed in the kettle corn is gross. Yeah, so we're getting into that right now. You know what? Bisacraft, thank you so much for subbing to the channel. I appreciate it. And for those of you guys who haven't subbed to the channel, definitely consider doing so if you guys like what you're seeing. I definitely like to keep the quality up across the board, whether it's live streaming, whether it's graphics, effects, and also my own content. I like to keep it all the same. Let me know if you guys like what you see. And if you guys, like I said, haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. There's new content every single week. And it's definitely a lot of fun doing this stuff for you guys, for sure. Vern, what is your favorite Thai food? Well, it's going to be kind of, well, unenthusiastically just saying pad Thai. I mean, it's kind of generic, but that's kind of what I like when I go, which is awesome. Let's see. Robert, Cosmic Candy Donut, love your review too. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun with the popping effects on that there. I did that similar to the firecracker burrito in there as well too. So, guys, without a doubt, Joshua Daly, play Black by Pearl Jam while you munch. I don't want to be flagged for copyright. I've read a lot of stories about playing music, believe me, and I would rather have the connection stream for resolution and speed and sound be up there than worrying about being flagged about having copyright music. So I can do that for you guys. Maybe if I can find maybe some other mood music ambiance, maybe I'll try and do something in the future. Let's see. Ratchet Awesome One, what do you think of Fear the Walking Dead Season 4? I am not watching it until it is all the way through so I can kind of machine it out online, on demand actually, because I don't like doing that weekly one there. So I haven't really seen anything about what's been happening on that one there. I'm keeping it going. I don't know how Morgan gets there yet. We're going to see what happens there. So, with that said, guys, let's get into this right now before it gets any later. Actually, you know what? Let me jump back on over to the main screen here. Hang on one second. We got to get away from this. Hang on. All right. Back on over. All right. We are taking a look at Kettle Corn Oreo. And I got to admit, I love the marketing of this, guys. I think it looks really cool. And say what you will about Oreo in terms of the flavors, it is really good. And yes, Cryptic Kid 23, I see you. I see you. I see you there. JJ2 do some ice cream reviews. I may have to. I may have to do something maybe a little bit differently with that. But Kettle Corn Oreos, guys. Apparently it says it is with puffed millet pieces. And for those of you guys who don't know, millet, I don't know if it's really birdseed, we'll say. But basically it's a grain. So I'm assuming that's going to be put in there to kind of simulate some of the flavor of the popcorn-esque type of goodies that you would find in Kettle Corn. But I gotta say, I am really digging the packaging with these. I'm always a fan of these, like these super Oreos that they come out with there, because I always think they're trying to top what was previously. But I gotta admit, I was not thrilled with the cherry cola version, just seeing what it was, and obviously the carbonation simulating for that popping stuff, they can keep that. So I thought I'd go with this and see how this is. Let's get into it and see. And I like the fact that it has got the lift tab on here. So we'll get this ready. Incidentally, just so you guys know, 2 cookies, 10 servings in here. So about 20 cookies, 150 calories per 2. That's about 10 cookies less than the normal, and for the same price as the regular Oreos. So obviously, they are making bank off of this here. Cryptic Kid, what if they had ketchup flavored Oreo? I would try it. I would be curious. So, Buddy the Kelly, BK, better than pieces of styrofoam. Well, I hope so. I hope I don't have that in my head when I'm taking this right now. But we're gonna get into this. Like I said, very interesting. I am a fan of kettle corn. I like going to like farmers markets or Friday night festivals where they actually bake it and they do it fresh and pop it right in front of you on those big vats. So I hope this is going to look like it, but I'll let you guys be the judge. You guys are going to see the first one here. So let's just peep this out and we'll get into it. And I'm going to hold this right here so you guys can see this is legit. I do not open or do this or eat anything before a review ever. I want it to be completely on the level. And just looking at the viewfinder, what is that on the inside right there? It is a piece of cream. That's a piece of cream, actually. I thought it was a popcorn kernel, guys. Look at that. That's a little ridiculous. That's a little ridiculous. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess for authentic effect, just to have something along the sides there, that'd be kind of cool. But pretty nondescript. It does look like it's a little bit of a different, creamier look. It is the golden Oreo. Obviously, I was expecting it to be, aside from the picture, but wow. I gotta say, that actually, I'm getting hints of maple, kind of like the maple syrup, but butter at the same time. That's crazy. Take a look at that one more time there. I mean, it actually is kind of it looks kind of like a rustic type of Oreo, if I can call it that. It doesn't look like a standard Oreo, but that's pretty crazy right there. Dumble Mudslide, your wife left you and your videos provide me so much joy through these terrible times. Oh man, I hate when I hear stuff like that. Hopefully you're kidding. Hopefully you're kidding. But either way, the darkness will always be, you know, it's just temporary. There's always going to be light at the end of the tunnel, all the usual stuff there as well. But thank you so much. I appreciate it for you coming by. We're going to give you something to distract us a little bit here, my friend. But as you can see, that is kind of crazy. I got to say, I am really getting hints of maple and butter. And maybe I guess it's the oil they're going for, but that's crazy. That is just crazy. Let me pull, I'm going to pull one of these from the middle real quick here. And we're going to do the usual. And just so you guys know, I'm not dipping this in milk because I don't have milk with my kettle corn. I want to get just the regular effect of what this is. But obviously, it's got that standard Oreo wafer, all the goodies that are in there. Joshua Daly, can you say hi to my pal Matthew? Matthew, what's going on? Let's peep this out. We're hanging out on a Friday night real quick. Grown people on the YouTubes right now having Oreos. That's what we are doing. May the 4th be with you as well. All right, let's give this a shot. Open this up on the inside. And the standard chunk, it's the usual. It looks like a little double layer of the goodies there. But again, oh wow, that is just crazy. It's more mapley, but like butter. That's crazy to me. It's like buttercream. It's almost like a buttercream smell, to be honest. Let's try the cream real quick. Wow. That's got the kettle corn type of oil, but with like a butter. It's like almost like a buttery kettle corn with little hints of maple. That's pretty crazy. I got to admit, that's pretty crazy. And you know what? In terms of the millet, I don't know if you guys can see that. You see it in the very top where my thumb is? That is the only lone millet that we have there. That's pretty crazy. Jennifer Pete, peep this out. You know how we do it. You already know. Let me try a little millet piece. Actually, you know what? Take a look right where I bit. Right there. You may see another chunk piece of millet. There you go. You guys can probably see that, right? We're trying. We're getting all hardcore with this right here on Peep This Out right now. Here we go. Let me try this again. A little bit of the cream one more time. Oh, yeah. That's a puffed millet piece. Look at that right there in the front. It's like a puffed piece of cereal, actually. That's cool. That is cool. That by itself, the millet pieces and the cream are simulating kettle corn. I can only imagine with the cookie. Let's just go for it and see how amazing it is. Wow. Golden Oreo, it's sweet. That's pretty interesting. It's almost up there with the waffles and syrup. And I like the waffles and syrup. But just the flavors, there's so much going on with this. I haven't seen any reviews of this just yet, but this is a pretty complicated type of flavor because it's like a buttercream, but with puff pieces of the millet grains that are in the middle of it there. So it's giving me like a cereal vibe a little bit. But that's kind of like what the popcorn is because it's puffed. And then you have the golden wafer, which is kind of just the delivery system of it, which is the standard flavor. So I'm not really getting too much from that aside from the usual. But that's crazy. That is pretty crazy. You guys have your headphones on? Hold on. Wow. That's impressive. Okay. My honest assessment of this, aside from the detailed breakdown that you just heard, this is the same mix as the waffle and syrup. It's virtually identical with the millet pieces, and there's some type of oil that's giving it more of a creamy texture on the back end. And now I use the word back end in a lot of my videos because that's what comes up on the back end. Not to get crazy with it, it's just the reality of it. But I gotta say, it's good. This is actually really good. It's not as good as the waffle and syrup because that's one of my favorite ones. But it's a very good Oreo. A little on the sweet side as you'd expect. Kettle corn is because of the sugar that it's got. But this really simulates it nicely. I'm glad I went with this compared to the other ones that are there. Nothing against the Pina Colada Thins, which just didn't do it for me at all, or the Cherry Cola. But this is actually pretty tasty. It looks like they've really, and I think I just saw a comment here from Frankie Jane, wow, repurposed much? Exactly. This is really from pretty much the same mix, guys. It's really the same formula they've used for the waffle and syrup with a little bit of extra added to it there for the flavor. It's that butteriness in the background. I really dig that. It's almost like a buttercream, and then you get those little millet puff pieces there. I didn't get a lot in there aside from maybe the 2 or 3 that you saw, so it may vary depending upon what's in this for each of the cookies. But I gotta say, this is pretty tasty, guys. Scale of 1 to 10 on this one? I'm gonna do a rock solid 8. I mean, it's way above average for Oreo novelty flavors for sure, and this easily is worthy of a vote. I'm not into Pina Colada, so I'm not even gonna try that one. And the Cherry Cola is not too much something that I would want to try because it's pretty much what I'm expecting. And honestly, I just don't like the way it looks, to be honest. This is the real deal, just by going off of the 3 that are there. Only because of the packaging being fairly accurate, I think, for what this is. So I'm pretty impressed with this, guys. This is actually a really good Oreo with hints of that waffle and syrup that I really dug from a few months back, which I actually did here on Livestream. If you guys hit that replay playlist that I have, you'll have the Livestream replays. You can find that there. I have it right up on the, I'm like holding it up just like this thumbnail. Coincidentally, it looks just like this packaging. I believe it was yellow on that one too. So pretty good, guys. I would recommend it. Hashtag my Oreo creation to vote for your favorite flavor. And I like kettle corn. I'm definitely going to give this a shot. This is something I'm probably going to end up finishing. This is actually a really good Oreo cookie with puffed millet pieces. That's just nuts. Doesn't have as many as the picture shows you. Right up over there, obviously, if you guys can kind of see. Hopefully that reflection isn't so bad. But it gets the point across. The packaging looks cool. The flavor is good. Definitely give it a go. $2.99 at my local Target. It's about $2.98 at Walmart or any place where you shop. Shouldn't be more than about $3. And not bad. Definitely not bad. Really glad we had a chance to spend some time checking out Kettle Corn Oreos. Not bad at all. All right. Rachel, not into pina coladas. What about getting caught in the rain? Yes, I wish it would rain actually this weekend, to be honest. Rachel, if you really want to know, it's going to be ridiculous. Ace the Creator 13, my mother-in-law loves Ken Domick, so I won't let her come to dinner anymore. Shame, shameful, shameful. Let's see, Ratchet. Hey, did you see Avengers Infinity War? Yes, I did. We'll talk about that in another few minutes there. I'll give you my thoughts on that one, being that a lot of people have seen it. I'll tell you what I did not like about it, and what I'm expecting to see from the next one based upon the story. So we'll see. Hayes, are you sponsored by some big company to make these reviews of fast food items and stuff? Not sponsored unless it explicitly says so either in the video or in the description down below. A lot of people think that the way that I make my videos, I must be bought by all these companies and I'm just like too promoting, but it's just kind of how I put my stuff together, to be honest. I record a lot with each review and then I piece together a lot of the chunks there, and that's what makes the video that you end up watching. So I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, and then I do it in a few different ways, and then I basically make it a jigsaw puzzle and I put it together. So that's usually how I do it. Maybe a little bit more complicated for some, but it's just how I've kind of grown with it, to be honest. Let's see. Yes, definitely saw Infinity War. We will definitely talk about that. Hedwig, take care. I appreciate you jumping on. All right, let's see here. Going down the line. At least the kernels won't get stuck in your teeth, says Derek Levesque. Yes, I appreciate that, which is a good thing. The endorsement, what it do? Yes, the Oreo review has just finished. If you happen to jump in, you'll be able to catch this review, the endorsement. It will be up tomorrow morning in the community tab, or most likely here on the channel as a regular review. You guys let me know if you want to see it that way. That would be awesome. Shawnee Mac in there as well. RDR Food Reviews, what it do? Thanks so much for jumping on. Super chatting in there as well, man. I'm telling you, I got to make an effort to get onto your stream live, man. That's my problem. I'm always catching your replays and I dig them. So I got to definitely make it a point to jump on for you live over there, RDR, for sure. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate that. Again, like, share, comment, and subscribe. RDR Food Reviews is doing the deal over there in his neck of the woods. Putting it down. I think you just launched a Culver's review. I wish I had Culver's here on the West Coast. I got to tell you, I really do. I would love to get down with it. Culver's has some ridiculous stuff. I think it was a pub burger or some pretzel thing in there. It looks like it's very similar to the pretzel that was on the pretzel Rami that I did at Togo's that I just put out. So good times, definitely good times. Frankie James, give me $5. Minus 30% YouTube, minus 30%. Let's see. Matt Musasi, how do you not get fat? Do you only eat fast food reviews? Yes, that is exactly it. I don't eat fast food outside of what I do. I'm basically a lot of chicken, that type of thing. I mean, I do get occasionally items from fast food places, but they're really the healthier stuff. And then I just balance it, you know, with routine, with doing what I do every day. A lot of the bigger reviews that you'll see are usually filmed on days where I do heavier cardio, that type of thing as well. Weight training, stuff like that too there. So it's all about balance with these things. One of these days I may try like a mukbang or do something like that once in a while. But I got to be honest, I get full quickly. So as much as I like to finish some of these things, it does take me a little while to do it there. And I got to tell you, the pretzel Rami took me a couple of days to get down because halfway into that sandwich, like I said in the review, I was done. I mean, it's packed. It's so packed. The thing was falling all over the place. So craziness indeed. So definitely, we got a lot of really awesome peeps in here. Some of the names you're going to recognize, obviously RDR Food Reviews, the endorsement, Sarah Star Vlogs, in effect as well, and all the usual suspects. A lot of my awesome peep community that has jumped over right now. I appreciate you spending a little bit of your evening. As always, like I said, I love to make content for you guys, to put out content that looks like the content that you see. So I'm always big on presentation, graphics, imagery. I want to give you guys a companion piece to what I produce. So it's just a matter of just constantly moving that needle forward. We're on our way to 15,000 subs. It's been just an amazing journey so far. And again, I can't thank you enough for the love and support that has given me the ability to do that. Ace the Creator, you drinking some cold pop? This is more like just cold water because it is going to get a little lit right after this. And then next week, I'll be doing a little rum and coke, I think, on the stream. I think we'll be doing a little relaxation next week. I got to think about what I want to do as a regular review next week as well. Maybe it'll just be a chat. Maybe it'll be a review. Tune in and find out. You never know. Jennifer, may the 4th be with you as well. And for those of you who live on the East Coast, you got 15 minutes to at least hit play on any Star Wars movie before midnight to say that you watched a Star Wars flick before the end of May the 4th. And not Revenge of the 5th tomorrow. I'm talking about the real deal, May the 4th. So make sure you guys drop in either A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. You know, any of those that you're going to be doing there before you get into anything else. Or if you're into The Force Awakens, which wasn't bad either, or The Last Jedi. You know, anything you want to do. They're all on video now, so it is all good. Joshua Daly, do I play Fortnite? No, I do not. I still have Call of Duty World War II on my Xbox One, as well as Doom. And I haven't played those in just a little bit because the schedule has been kind of crazy lately. A lot of voiceover stuff and a lot of things that I've been working on. So I want to try and get back into them and relax more, but when I'm not doing that, I'm creating content for you guys. So I always feel like I'm like 2 or 3 things ahead of where I need to be to enjoy all the fun stuff that you guys always talk about. Because believe me, I'm fans of it. I see it, and I want to play God of War. Believe me, I want to play God of War. But I'm going to have to hold on for that for right now. So real quick, for the last bit of this here, let's do a little Infinity War, and we'll answer some questions along the way. Review the new Domino's Stuffed Crust Pan Pizza. Derek, I think that's from Pizza Hut. And I got to be honest, I have no interest to check that out. No interest whatsoever there. That just looks like a whack pizza. I got to be honest. Just putting a little extra cheese in the regular pan pizza and calling it quote-unquote stuffed crust. I can't bring myself to drop $14, $15 on that and then, you know, be done with it there. So I'm probably not going to end up doing that. It just doesn't interest me enough. And there's plenty of other reviews, I think, that have come out there from a lot of peeps already in the community with a lot of great content that have that there. So I like to kind of go with the grain, but I also like to go against it at the same time. So I like to do a little bit of different stuff to kind of spread it. But I can't see doing that. I got to be honest. It just doesn't look interesting enough, to be honest. Let's see. RDR, I've got an honest question to ask y'all. It's the new Dunkin' Donuts Comet Donut worth reviewing. Just because of the novelty, Robert, you should definitely give that a go because it's a fun donut. I got to admit. And like me, I've never reviewed a Dunkin' Donut, an actual donut on my channel until that donut. So for you, I would recommend it easily because visually it looks cool. I mean, I think it's cool. The concept is cool. The way it tastes is pretty decent. It's very sweet. But, you know, if you haven't seen my review or any of the other ones that are out there, don't, because you just go into it fresh. I know I kind of said that it's kind of sweet, but it looks like it's sweet, so you expect it to be. But I would recommend giving it a go. Why not? You know, definitely. It's always all about perspective, and there's a lot of peeps out there that watch a lot of the same reviews from different content creators. So I would say do it. Let's see. Ratchet. Q&A. Hey, Ian, would Ken like the cheesiest mac and cheese from Melted? Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Melted is the freaking bomb here in Pasadena. I haven't been back since I've done my official review there on their pulled pork mac and cheese, and I was thinking about maybe going back and doing something there, but scheduling and things that come up and things that I'm being told of that are coming out and things that I know and I'm planning and working with, you know, things kind of keeps pushing those things back there. So a lot of people always say, you know, you live in LA, how come you don't do a lot of the really cool eclectic LA spots and stuff like that? It's only because of all the other stuff that I get bombarded with to come check out, and when I'm knowing about some things that I do that. So I'm going to have to maybe see if I can get back over there. But yes, I do think Ken would dig it, without a doubt. Joshua, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Elizabeth doesn't think. Honestly, I don't do donuts. But it's good to watch the donuts. It's good to watch the donuts, at least. Let's see. Freddie, I heard the Pizza Hut stuffed crust is good from Sarah's review. I'm going to have to check out and see what Sarah has to say about that. I just, I can't get into it. I really can't get into it. I mean, it's not really stuffed crust because it's not in the crust. Just putting a ring in the back of it. I've read up everything about it. Believe me, I was investigating if I wanted to do that. And I looked at it and I'm like, it's not anything that they haven't come out with before, and it's not really stuffed crust for what it is. I know it's kind of being billed as in between, but I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. Literally not buying it. I'm just not buying what it is. I just got to ask, Taco Bell or Del Taco? Taco Bell. I go there a little bit more often, on occasion, I should say, if that makes sense, between the two. Let's see. Derek, been on a pizza bins lately from Roland Mendoza. Firehouse subs. I wish I can go check it out, John. I don't have anything close by to here. And speaking of Infinity War, guys, let me just tell you, for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm going to be mentioning just one aspect of it because obviously I don't really want to ruin too much of it at the same time. But not thrilled with the fact that the Hulk wasn't really in it. I was really, you know, I get what happened in the beginning and why he probably wasn't, because he really felt afraid over what had happened, and that's why he refused to come out there. But for me personally, to feel like if the Hulk is really kind of migrated over to that new level where he understands and can make rational decisions, with the fear of everyone else putting their life in front of Thanos to try and stop him, to have him hold himself back, like to be kind of like in that mode, it was very uncharacteristic of the Hulk, I thought personally. And honestly, I think it was just the you know, comic relief aspect for Mark Ruffalo. I mean, it really kind of like I didn't feel it at all. So, I mean, naturally, I'm expecting the Hulk to come in at Avengers 4 and just beat the hell out of everybody and essentially find his mojo and do what he needs to do. But I didn't like what they did with him, and the fact that it was kind of false marketing when you see all the Avengers running in Wakanda and you see the Hulk behind them. That scene wasn't even in the movie, so it was completely just, you know, misdirection and just wasn't what it was. And I understand they want to get you there and really surprise and shock you, and they did, but very much not cool with the fact that the Hulk wasn't really in it too much there. So that's the only thing I'm going to say on that, just in case those who haven't seen it there. But overall, just a knockdown, drag out, you know, comic spooge fest, if I can call it that, of epic proportions. It was awesome. I mean, the movie is just awesome. It really is. RDR Food Reviews really enjoyed Infinity War. Did not like that. My boy Black Panther got executed along with Spider-Man. For the spoiler, like the chemistry between them. You know what? All of those characters have movies in development, the sequels, so if you think they're really gone, they're not. We all know that they're not. For those of you who know the story of the Infinity Stones and the Soul Stone specifically, that was a cop-out. They had to end the movie somewhere because it was already 2.5 hours long, Robert. So have no fear. Your boy will be back in action. For sure. Infinity Wars was based on the comic book Thanos' quest with little shades of Infinity Gauntlet. Different story completely. Different story completely. But a fantastic film nonetheless. Let's see. Going down the line. RDR's apologizing right there in case anyone may have seen anything there. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's leaked online in terms of what had happened, but you guys all know with comic book characters, the things that happen to them, they don't stay forever and they're set in stone. They do come back, and there's obviously for the emotional impact of what happened at the end of the film, it was pretty good how they did that for sure. But not saying anything else about it. Not saying anything else about it at all. Let's see. John, I was waiting for a shot of all of them, like that same feeling about the Hulk. Seriously, I really did not like that. I really wanted to see a little bit more of something. Make it a little bit more impactful. I mean, he's been through crazier fights just in the regular... If you guys have never seen The Incredible Hulk when he fought the Abomination, that was a hardcore fight. I mean, that was probably more hardcore than what Thanos did to him. I mean, literally, it was a longer battle. All of a sudden, he just like, all right, I'm out. And that was it. And the whole movie, he refuses to just, you know, come out. And I was like, this is dumb. That's just dumb. Everyone else is putting their life forward, and he is holding back. And I couldn't buy it. I just didn't buy it. That was the only thing about that, which I was really having a problem with. I'm like, dude, at least make it a little bit more realistic. A little bit. Have another little bit more beat-up mashup before he says he's got to call it quits and something happens. You know, that would have been something. Or at the very least, do what he did to half of the humanity at the end of it to kind of put that out there. You know, something. So, I don't know. Derek Levesque, did you see the movie 12 Strong? I rented it last night. Pretty good movie. I haven't seen that one. It's definitely, I think it's a Michael Bay film, right? I think 12 Strong. I want to say Chris Hemsworth, I think. That's when they're on their horseback, right? When they're on horseback. I think overseas in Afghanistan, I think. Let's see. Christian Jones, I eat Kettle Corn Oreo cookies. Yes, these are good. I was very impressed. These are actually pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Definitely worth the $2.99 or less, preferably less, depending upon where you go. If you go to Walmart, it's probably a penny less, but at Target, I kicked in the extra little Lincoln on the penny right there, and basically spent $2.99. But it's not bad. Definitely not bad. Roland Mendoza. Wakanda forever, Wakanda forever, absolutely. Yimbambe, that's right, Yimbambe, Yimbambe. Yeah, it's an awesome cast. Black Panther is it's a badass movie, it is. And it's coming out on Blu-ray, I believe, next Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm thinking starting the hype machine on getting that out there. RDR food reviews. Yes, I'm definitely more excited for Ant-Man, for sure, just to see what that post-trailer is going to be about. You know, I'm excited to see how they're going to acknowledge Infinity War, which is always cool. Whenever you see the next movie, you kind of want to see if they're going to kind of connect a little bit of the tissue of what had happened. And with everything that happened in Infinity War, they have to have some type of connective tissue. So, Robert, yeah, I'm excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp, for sure. And also because I think Michael Douglas is perfectly cast in that as a Hank Pym, which is awesome. So I'm excited to check that out. I enjoyed the first movie. It was really good. Little cameo with the Falcon too, which is pretty good. Let's see. Q&A. How do you feel about The Walking Dead Season 8 as a whole? I thought it was good, a little long. Basically, Ratchet, the first I would say the first 5 to 6 episodes was a straight out fight, and it was pretty much just one chunk of the comic book, and they really kind of stretched it. Didn't like a lot of the stuff with Carl, but obviously they're going to use I'm assuming they're going to use Daryl to fill a lot of the void for what Carl was supposed to go through after All Out War, and a lot of the stuff that happened with that in terms of, like, you know, for those of you who don't know, Carl kind of befriends Negan, and then, you know, when Negan is incarcerated, they kind of form this bond a little bit, and eventually things kind of change, and then there are like much more nefarious forces that come in the shape of the Whisperers. And I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead and the comic book. I'm all caught up with everything. I love the current stuff as well. It's just an awesome comic every month. It's awesome. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that. But overall, I thought it was good. It was a good representation of what All Out War was, if not just a little bit long in the tooth, so to speak. Some of the motivations and some of the actions of the characters I thought were a little dumb, especially Jesus or Jesus. I thought it was kind of stupid for the moral ground that he got on early on there, and that kind of dictated how certain things happened. It was kind of just, you know, lazy writing, I thought. But overall, you know, another action-packed season, but definitely something to look forward to. I'm glad that it's done, and now we can move on to what I think is a much better storyline if they're going to adapt a chunk of the Whisperers. And for those of you who don't know, you can Wikipedia it. It's worth your time to catch up on some of that, because that group is ridiculous, and we may have seen a little hint of them at the end of the finale of Walking Dead as well. So with the hordes and stuff in the background there. So I'm not going to say anything more about that. Do your research on Google of the Whisperers on The Walking Dead, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. You have a lot to look forward to. There's some cool stuff coming if they do it. Roland, Ant-Man, yes, I believe there's something special cameo. We're going to see what happens. Derek Levesque, you know, Winchester, I do want to check out. I actually went to that house up closer to San Jose, and I've been inside of it. It's more of a touristy type of thing, but definitely want to check it out there. According to this, says laugh out loud, crappy jump scare Lionsgate movie. Interesting. I think it's not really quite a biopic of the crazy woman who kind of like was making all these crazy rooms that led to nowhere, but it looks like an okay flick. You know, it looks like an okay flick. We'll see. RDR, is it true that Captain Marvel is more powerful than Superman? She is basically the Supergirl of the Marvel Universe, and if anyone is going to kick Thanos' ass, it's going to be Captain Marvel. I hate to break it to you guys. And for those of you, not to spoil too much, at the very end of the end credit scene there, that symbol on the pager is exactly who that is, which is just everyone lit up like a Christmas tree in there. And not just that part, but also the part where the Soul Stone was revealed and who was actually holding the Soul Stone in his possession when Thanos went to go get it, which was awesome as well. A callback to the original Captain America. Not going to say anything else about it, but yes, Captain Marvel is pretty much the female Superman of the Marvel universe, and she's completely badass. Brie Larson is going to be playing her in the Solo film, which is filming right now. So we're going to get introduced to that character. I think it's next spring, before the conclusion of the next Infinity War flick. So yeah, good times, man. Definitely good times. And yes, Ratchet, excited about Fallen Kingdom. I always, any of the Jurassic Park movies, I definitely am a fan of. I cannot wait to check that out. 25th anniversary of the franchise. I can't believe 1993. It's just nuts. So it was like 24, 25 when that came out. It's crazy, crazy to me to think about. So Roland Mendoza, Mrs. Marvel then, Captain Marvel. There you go. Yeah, some good stuff. There's some good stuff coming there. So there's going to be a lot going on there. And naturally, we have Nebula, which is Thanos' daughter. And who knows about Gamora? I know she looks like she appears to be dead, but, you know, she could be, things may change. You never know. All right, Robin Hood here. The only way having Captain Marvel because they're having a crowbar in the... No, not necessarily. Don't be like that. Yeah, the Ghostbusters redo was garbage. Nothing against, you know, doing a female version of it. That's fine. It just wasn't a good female version of it, and that is fine. That's my opinion. It is what it is. So they're saying a man can't be Thanos. That's sexist. We're going to see what happens. Like I said, they're not completely adapting a lot of what happened in the past. They may change it, but it's going to be a group effort. I don't think it's going to be somebody just showing up and just completely pummeling this guy into blue heaven. So we'll see what happens here. Ratchet, am I gonna review Fallen Kingdom when it comes out? You know, one of the I don't want to say one of the last movie reviews I've done because we talk about them here in the live streams. One of the first official production reviews that I made was Jurassic Park, the Jurassic World movie that came out first, obviously a few years ago. That was a very memory intensive review for me to build because of the effects and the dinosaurs and things. So if you guys want to take a look at the movie reviews playlist and take a look at that there, that was a very difficult review to put together because of the software I was using and the things that I was trying to do at the time. But it came out and it worked, and I was just very happy about that. So yes, I'm going to be reviewing it. Most likely here on the live stream we'll be talking about it. I love getting the input of you guys and kind of feeding off of that, so we'll have to see. Isn't Spider-Man Homecoming 2 coming out before or after Avengers 4? I believe it's after. And I was reading how he's supposed to be in Europe going forward for something. Either something for school or whatnot there. So yeah, Spidey Homecoming 2 is coming. Which, by the way, it was pretty badass to see the Iron Spider outfit kind of adapted somewhat into what this story was. It was good. For those of you guys who don't know, Spider-Man in the comic book way back when gave his identity out to the world during Civil War, and that's what prompted Tony Stark to build him a suit to kind of protect him a little bit more, and that's where the Iron Spider outfit came from. But in this case, because of the threat that Thanos proposed, I should say, or posed to everybody, that's how he was given the suit that Tony gives him in the film. So they changed a few things around. Obviously, you can't do every little aspect of the comic book in the movie because there's only so much time to do it all. But they did a pretty good job, I gotta say. Are you excited for the PlayStation 5 to get announced? Absolutely. Whenever the next versions of the PlayStation and the Xbox are, I'm excited for it. Definitely excited for it. All right, guys, another minute or so. We're going to wind it down. Let me just tell you guys, thank you so much for jumping on here tonight. Again, this replay is going to be available in the community tab here on the channel. I haven't really decided if I'm going to put it out as a regular review tomorrow night because I may actually have something out tomorrow night or maybe Sunday. I don't want to kind of pack them too close together. But at the very least, you'll find it in the community tab here. I'll post it as well as in the live stream replay playlist that I always have set up for you guys. You guys can relive some of these moments. This was definitely a blast to do. To all my super chatters out there, Roland Mendoza, RDR Food Reviews, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for contributing to the channel. You guys definitely, for everyone on the stream, are the lifeblood that makes everything beat here on my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. And as always, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Lots of fun stuff every single week here on my channel. Red Dead Redemption 2, yes, super excited about that as well, Ratchet. A lot of good stuff, all the pop culture stuff, I'm down with it. For sure, I'm excited for that. I definitely retweeted out the trailer for that. It looks fantastic, so I am excited for that one as well. RDR, I was thinking about doing a Taco Bueno review, but I feel like Taco Bueno is like a long-distance cousin to all the other... You know, it is, but it's actually unique to the areas where they're located. So you should do it, Robert, because there is an audience for these places. People who can't get to Togo's here on the West Coast to try the pretzel rami can at least see what it's all about. So... You know, I think as responsible food reviewers that we are in the community, I would definitely do it. And if it's something you want to put your heart into and create because you want to do it, that should be the first reason to do it right there. So if you're thinking about doing it, listen to your gut. Go for it. Build it. If you build it, they will come. That sounds so cheesy, but it's true. Let's see. Love food like I do. Thanks so much for jumping on. How you doing there? Hope you you and your wife have an awesome weekend. You as well. You as well. Frankie Jam would love to relive every stream. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. You guys definitely warm me as much as the rum and coke will in about half hour from now once we get to where we're going here. Jason Callan, in effect, is live streaming now doing an MRE review of chicken with noodles and veggies. Yeah, Jason is the live streaming king right now. He is literally just like, you know, where everyone is being wiped on the floor with Jason Callan doing it up big. I got to jump on, Jason. It's been a minute since I've been on some of your live streams as well. I definitely try and make an effort to be as supportive as I can, but know that I do see him and I do catch replays for sure. I'm always watching content super late. But definitely, guys, if you guys haven't already, jump on over and see what's going on over at Jason, or if anyone else is running concurrently with my own, because I'm running just a little long here. Do support the community, support your creators, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys are the reason why we build what we build. Aside from the passion to create, at least I speak for myself, and I think many of the people who create in the community as well. So, Mark, you're awesome. You are awesome. I appreciate it. And I really appreciate you guys jumping on. We're going to have fun next week, and I think it's going to get a little lit next week, if you ask me. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of that, I think, here on the stream, and we'll just kind of chill and have a good time. So it should be a good time for sure. So for anyone who is not subscribed already, one last time, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Make sure to hit the bell. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you haven't. You guys will find it tomorrow morning, most likely in the community tab, possibly released publicly, but it will be in the community tab as well as the live stream replay. I'm going to jump on over and see what we have got going over here. Derek Levesque, Joey's going to go live every Saturday now. Cool, 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 cool. I have to jump on and see what's going on with Joey here as well. So good times all around here. You guys are all amazing. I'm going to jump on over. And guys, with that, I think we're going to wrap it up here pretty much exactly to the hour, maybe just a little over. Good times, of course, there. May the 4th be with you. Tomorrow is Revenge of the 5th. You guys, it is now officially, for those of you on the East Coast, you blew it. If you haven't watched a Star Wars movie, or at least press play prior to midnight, you definitely no bueno. Paper fan. That's all I have to say. But for everybody else, you've got literally 2 hours and 53 minutes to drop a Star Wars flick in your Blu-ray player, stream it, whatever you need to do, so you can tell all your peeps tomorrow that you actually were legitimately a fan of the franchise and you actually did your thing. If not wearing a shirt, if not drinking from a special mug, doesn't have to be from Disneyland, it just has to have Star Wars on it. Y'all know what I'm talking about with that. So, with that, this is Ian K closing out the live stream officially. Thank you so much, guys. Like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So while you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon, it very possibly could be tomorrow night, most likely Sunday night though. Until next time, guys, stay frosty.